We're A Game, a 100% Black owned company with an all natural product and world class customer service. We're headquartered in California, and we manufacture, package, and ship right here in the United States. We ship to more than 125 distributors worldwide. Normal processing is 2 to 3 days, and we employ virtual tracking until our product is received. So, no matter where you are in the world, here we come, and we're bringing your A game.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey, this camera stay moving around. Oh, okay. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing okay. Because we got a message for the average woman today. I'm revisiting because this is the live stream that I was going to do yesterday before they dropped the verdict for the Amber Heard case. I got a message for women who are average that don't want to be average. And in this case, I'm using the word average as opposed to, I'm using the word average as interchangeable with good. I'm referring to good women who are low key, who are low maintenance, these women. That's who this message is for. This is what we're going to really talk about today, because social media has destroyed the concept of the average woman. Women do not want to be average anymore. And this is in part inspired by the video that I came up with maybe a couple of days ago, talking about social media destroyed the average woman. And then I played a clip in there. And this is also coming from the Average at Best lady that Kevin Samuels actually made famous and went viral with. We saw that woman and we didn't want to be that woman. And so we didn't want to be, it gave yet another like layer to women not wanting to be average and wanting to be above average. And it's a lot of layers to it because it's a lot of conflation. And I'm going to try to break that down today for everybody so we can understand just how social media destroyed the average woman, or destroyed the concept of a woman just being a woman. So the first layer of how social media really destroyed the concept of being a woman and being an average woman, or being a low maintenance woman, or being a low key woman, is the image and the lie of the bad bee. Because that's really, in recent years, that's really what's taken off. This whole I'm a bad bee, I'm a boss chick, persona that mostly Black women have taken up on. And she look a certain way, doesn't she? The bad bee looks a certain way. Okay? Whether she low end or high end, she looks a certain way. These are the Bernice Burgoses and they got Coke bottle shapes. These are the more popular Insta-thots. They got the Coke bottle going on, the hourglass going on. They got the big booty, whether that's come from a BBL or exercise or whatever the case may be. They've got the rack. They've got the hair. They've got the nails. They makeup is quote unquote on point. And they got the, they photogenic. They taking it's every other minute. They in a new pose. Every other second, they're posting these pictures that are provocative, whether they got clothes on or not. There's always a different shot and a different, that every day. They've got the lashes, they've got the nails, they've got all of this gear on. They've got the attitude, I'm just so fine, that can't nobody do nothing with me because I'm just so, you just don't know I'm so fine. That crap. Thank you to Renzo for setting it off and for contributing. So on average, they literally all kill themselves because social media isn't a living entity. It's a dead entity being fed living souls adrenochrome. That's an interesting way to look at it. Nicole said all the Insta thoughts look dang near identical, built like barbells with painted faces. And these women, these Insta thoughts, have come to be, at least on social media, have come to be, thank you, Dr. Sherry. Pink Buck do call them the Magic City uniform. Scrippers. This is for all scrippers. This the scripper uniform. Not stripper, but scrippers. This Insta-thought image has become the so-called quintessential look that men are going for. If you don't look like this, if you don't got the BBL body shape, if you ain't got the Insta-thought starter package, if you ain't got the 30-inch braids or the 22-inch or better, lace front, or you ain't, if your face ain't beat to the gods and, all this foolishness, then you are not worthy of being approached by men to begin with. And if you are a woman that does not subscribe to looking like that, and you can't call yourself a baddie, then you deserve to be overlooked. And the thing that is explicitly and implicitly said over social media is that if you can't say you a baddie, then you're on the other spectrum of that, which is you're ugly. You're ugly. Right? And see, what failed to get realized is a lot of these little Insta thoughts they can't strip down. The secret is that a lot of these chicks that get on social media to cap about how they look, you don't want to see them without that lace front on. They are a 5. They are the 4s. Some of them are 6s. These are the chicks that's hard in the face. That's life look like life done, you know what I'm saying? Chew them up and spit them out. They look like life. They 26, looking like they about going on 46. Life hard for them out here in these streets. And they need that contouring palette. You understand me? To look like a female. They need. Because if they show up, thank you, Miss Kelly, said the floor technicians. Because if they show up without this stuff on, They don't feel beautiful, and they know that they're not beautiful. Okay? So these insta thoughts, this is how social media lies to women, and a lot of men too. But more so with the women, because women don't really understand men, or they act like they don't. So this insta thought is supposed to be what men are looking for. What confirms that supposedly is the validation that the men give. The likes, the being in the DMs, the, you know what I'm saying, the thumbs up, the hearts, the comments, the this, the that. The online validation. The online validation is what seems to be the thing that makes it true that the thought and the way she look and the way she talk and the way she act is something that men are going for. It's something that men are after. Thank you, Eugene. Said there is a content creator, I will not mention the name, of the platform who promotes 304 culture. I checked out a website. Part of it teach females 304 etiquette tips and tricks. Yeah, because it's tips and tricks to being a 304. The most successful thoughts and whores have tips and tricks. So the external online validation that these women are getting and the attention that they are getting seems to purport the truth of what they're saying. Well, the men are after us. So therefore, it doesn't pay to be a good woman or average woman or a woman that's not into looking like this or acting like this, because you get passed over by the men. The news flash that I want average women or good women to understand is that you will never, as a woman that do not subscribe to the thought culture, the coming outside looking like that, acting like that, portraying herself as easy and this, that, and the third, you will never get the external validation that a thought get. You're not gonna get it. So if you're jealous of her, if you are envious, if you are looking at thoughts and wishing that men show up in your DMs, that wishing that men like your pictures that's not provocative like that, and all of that type of stuff, that is a wish that will not come true. Men are going to give their external validation to the visually appealing woman that put herself out there as if she's easy to get and that she's sexual. He's going to give her the attention. You as an average good woman, not an average thought, not a thought that's trying to be a bad bee but you struggling. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the good women. You're not going to get that validation. You're not gonna get it. I need y'all to put that in y'all head. I need average good women to understand that you cannot and will not ever, ever in no iteration of society get that type of attention. Men can tell me if I'm lying or not. Thoughts are always going to get that attention. And the reason why I'm bringing it up, thank you, Seventh Project. So eventually you won't be able to tell them apart. Revenge of the 304s, Clone Wars. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because there is a conflation of attention and types of attention, because women don't like to acknowledge men's attention and that there's a difference in the type of attention they give you. Thank you, Chris the Rebel. Thank you so much. And many women don't understand the difference between sexual interest and relationship interests. Cook, Miss Kendra, chocolate snack. Oh, thank you. It's the average woman or the good woman's job to distinguish between what kind of attention men give, which brings me to this. Men have two types of attention they give women: sexual attention or relationship marriage attention. Those are different for men, okay? They are conflated with one another as supposedly the same thing. And this conflation is explicitly stated and it is implied over social media. This confusion on the part of women gives rise to the argument that thots have against the good or average woman, saying that she's getting cheated on by her husband who chooses to cheat with the thot. This confusion and resultant argument creates two issues. But before I get to them two issues that I'm going to delve into, it is the average woman's job to understand and note that there is a difference between a man's sexual attention that he want to give you and relationship attention that he wants to give you. He will always give his sexual attention to the woman who is more overt about it. He's always gonna give it to her. She asks for it, she gonna get it. She come across him booty fat. I don't care if it is a BBL. If it don't look stupid, he gonna be looking. She gonna come across him booty fat, snatched waist. I don't care if it was fake enhanced. I don't care if she got it naturally. I don't care how she put it together. Thank you, Phineas at Collection Plate. Good afternoon. Good afternoon and thank you. I don't care how she put it together. If it looked put together halfway decent, I don't care how much of a cake makeup she got. She putting herself out there as a sexual thing. He gonna go for it. He gonna look and he gonna want to give her sexual attention. The reason why the two things are conflated is because women refuse to see the world or understand how men see it. Women see sex as a validation, period, point blank. This is where that conflation comes in at. Because to a lot of females, a man's sexual attention is his attention across the board, period, point blank. He just validated her. The fact that he was over there talking to her and wants to get in. See, she think that's leverage. She think it's leverage. Because of how women see sex. We see sex as validations and a solidification of things and blah, 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 blah. Men do not. I told y'all this before. Men have sex with their penises, not their heart. They do not have sex with their heart. They only have sex with their heart after their heart has been involved with this woman. Then he can have sex with his heart. But just generally speaking, men have sex with their penises. And only their penises. They don't conflate the two. It's just not the same for them. They don't think like that. They don't. To them, if he give her sexual attention, but he never gives her relationship attention, he has not validated that woman. Because he didn't choose to cover her. He only chose to have sex with her. For men, there's a huge difference between the two things. Which is why you hear men like, yeah, but we don't wife them. And then the chicks be like, yeah, but you be over here with it. See, that's where the stupid conversation come from. Because she's not seeing it how she can't compute how the two things can be completely separate for him. Completely. He will have sex with a woman he's sexually attracted to that he do not like. He can and many times has had sex with a woman that just get him, she just get him aroused. She fine, the body looking a certain way, she real sexual, he don't really like her. He don't like talking to her because she ain't got nothing going on. But she that booty is fat. It is fat. So he gon', you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. And women can think that's messed up, but it is what it is. Now, here's the thing. The thoughts, because of this conflation between sexual attention, thinking that is some type of validation of relationship attention, this is why you hear these old 304s talking about, well, me, dudes still be in my DM, so I still got a chance. No, he's just smashing. That's it. They still don't get it. Here's the thing. This confusion and conflation results in two issues. Number one, the thoughts don't understand why she typically is not chosen for something more serious. And number two, it causes doubt in the mind of a good woman about how she approaches men in relationships, especially if she isn't in a relationship at the time. Did you catch that? Two issues. Thoughts don't understand why she isn't chosen for something more serious, typically, generally speaking. And number two, it causes doubt in the minds of good women about how they're approaching men and relationships, especially if she is not in a relationship right now. Average women gotta stop trying to be 304s, but I'm putting the cart before the horse. You need not be jealous of these thoughts. First of all, they be online capping. These thoughts is capping about the life they live. It's all in their head. They're not living that life. This is a life they would like to live. It is not a life that they are living. But again, cart before the horse. Let me back up. Okay. For the first issue, the thought that don't understand why she isn't being chosen for something more serious. See, the thought completely believes that a man's sexual attention is the same as his relationship intention. She actually think that. She's not even fooling herself about it. She think that. She believed that. This is why she bring up her DMs. This is why she bring up the little guys that she got on her phone as options. This is why she brings that up, because she thinks that because she can call him for him to come through, that means that at any time she can actually finesse that situation to make it more than that and make it a relationship at any time that she feel like it. That is not so. For the majority of the time, that is not the case. That's not actually the case. Her belief in this. Thank you, Mr. Docs. Says social media made women thirst trap even more. It did. For a lot of times, it did. Now, believing that his sexual interest in her is equal to his relationship interest in her is used as leverage over good women. Okay? These are the thoughts. See, this is where the narrative come from that, okay, you're a good woman and being his wife, but he cheat on you with me. She think that's a dig at the wife. I'm trying to break down where a lot of these narratives are coming from, especially being spread over social media. The going thing is that, yeah, Y'all, these women be out here being good women and then get cheated on by the same dude that say he want that woman with a woman like me. So if he's cheating on her with a woman like me, then that must mean I'm ultimately more valuable and she's lacking something. As quote unquote good of a woman as she is to this man who claimed he want her, he's still stepping out on her and coming to me. Now, I'm giving you the thoughts mindset on this. This is what I'm giving you. The thoughts mindset. Okay? She feel like she's ultimately better than the good woman that he married to. Okay? So, she's saying that if he cheat on you with me, you must not be that great. The thing that escapes the thought, the logic that she not seeing, is that he thought enough of that woman to completely cover her. With all 4 P's, he thought enough of that woman to do that with her. How he thinks of you is that you're good enough to have sex with, but he hides the fact that you connected with him at all from the people who really matter to him in his life. But the thought don't see this. She doesn't see the other side of that coin. While she's trying to dig at the wife type woman, well, yeah, he be cheating on you with me though. What she missed is that he has chosen consistently to give his 4 P's to that woman. He don't give them to you though. And 9 times out of 10, he'll tell you straight up, I'm not leaving her for you. I have a good time with you, but I'm not going to cover you. See, you think I'm going to be your man, and I'm not. I'm not your man. Even if she called him and he'd come through with a little help here and there, some money here and there, he definitely coming through with some D. That's the main thing. But I'm not covering you. I'm not going to cover you. And I'm not going to uncover her to cover you. As a matter of fact, if my connection with you threatens that, I'm cutting you off. I don't even want her to find out you exist. Because even though I know I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm not doing it to hurt her. I'm certainly not doing it to validate you over her. You don't mean more to me than she do. I got you in a box. You're in a box. You perform a specific thing for me. That's why I even talked to you in the first place. She do more than that, which is why I don't leave her. Now, we may or may not be having some issues where I feel like my sexual needs got to be met elsewhere or whatever, but overall, you are not her. That's the part she missed. A lot of times, truth be told, that's the part that the wives miss too. This is why I'm talking to the average wife type woman about this. Because that go over our head too. Because we trying to figure out, well, what am I doing wrong here then. I'm doing something wrong. And that's actually what the thot always say. If you over here with me, then she must not be taking care of business with you. Interesting how women can say that when they're the side chick. But then when they not the side chick, they don't say that. They always just blame the man. Well, it don't matter what she was or wasn't doing. You weren't supposed to do that. But if you're the side chick, you always blame the female and be like, well, she must not be taking care of you then, because since you over here. I.e., I've got something she don't have. So at some level, I must be better than her. So what that translates into for the thot is, well, if these dudes will cheat on her with me, why don't he just choose me to begin with? Because if he cheating on her with me, then I'm better than her. Why come he just don't come to me in the first place? Do you understand where I'm going with this? This is the thot's mindset. I'm giving you the thot's argument. This is the thot's argument. Why don't he choose me to begin with? She's missing the fact that he doesn't think she's worthy of all of that. Back to the reality of how he sees his attention. Sexual attention, relationship attention. It requires different stuff from him. That's why he sees it differently, because it's not the same. For him in his world, that's not the same. Sexual attention only requires sex from him. Relationship attention requires sacrifice from him. That's what he's weighing. Am I right or wrong? The sex don't really require the sacrifice, but the provision, the problem solving, the protection, all of that requires the sacrifice. And that's what he weighs. Are you worth the rest of the sacrifice? Not really. We're going to go to a commercial break, and then I'm going to address the issues that good women encounter because of what they see on social media. So let me hit a commercial and we'll be right back.
When I'm training for professional competitions, men and women always ask me for advice. To women, I say push yourself harder than you ever have before and go beyond your comfort zone. Focus on your goals. Men, if I am willing to push myself to become Mr. Olympia in 2022, then I only have one thing to say to you. Bring your A game.
Here we go again.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I owe y'all a dance. Bam, 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 bam. You gotta hit the like button. Bam, bam. You gotta See, I don't hit y'all with the dance every time. I'm gonna get better with the thumb dance. Thank y'all so much. 294 people who hit the like. Thank you. Now, if we could all encourage the other 200-300 people to hit the like, that'd be awesome. Okay, so for the second issue that the conflation of men's attention creates, It causes doubt in the mind of the good women about how she approaches men and really what her value is or is not. Okay. How social media can affect the mind of a good woman is she sees the lack of outside validation as an indicator of the lack of value as a woman from a man's standpoint. Was that too much a word salad? The way in which social media damages the good woman is she sees the lack of the outside external validation as an indicator to the lack of value that she has as a woman. It creates self-doubt because she began to think, well, the men don't see me and they don't like me. They don't like it that I'm not a thot. They don't like it that I don't portray myself as a thot. And if I don't portray myself as a thot, they're going to ignore me because the men like thots. And in a woman's mind, if he like thots, he doesn't like good women. He doesn't like them. The reason why this creates self-doubt, I'm going to tell y'all why it creates self-doubt, is because all women like male attention in one way or another. All women like male validation and attention in some measure, in some degree, in some way. Even the chicks that be online talking about they don't want male attention are always in men's faces, interacting with men online, in chat rooms, on panels, getting male validation. They come there to get male validation. Even the ones that claim that they're not trying to do that and they're not interested in that, they are there to get that. Trust and believe, a woman is usurping masculinity wherever she go. If she goes somewhere and it's some men around with some masculinity and she make her way over there to talk to them, trust and believe she's going over there to receive the masculine energy. We drawn to it like moths to a flame. It is what it is. And any woman that says she ain't is a lie. If we are trying to get a piece of the masculine light, if it ain't nothing but coming in and saying hi and having the men say hi to you. Women do not like to be ignored by men. They don't. None of them. Not lionesses, not hyenas. If lionesses walk past a group of lions, trust and believe she gonna feel some type of way if all the lions be like, She gonna be like, wait a minute. And the reason why is because we know that our feminine energy is supposed to make you look. The way we look physically and our energy is supposed to make you pay attention. And if we fail to do so, we know it's something wrong with either the way we look or the energy. Now, you can believe it or you can doubt it. I'm telling you what I know. I done spent Monday, it'll be 44 years as a woman. Okay? I know of that which I speak. Even if we're not interested in any sex. Thank you, Miss Lou Casely. Even if we're not interested in any sex, even if we are interacting with men that we don't want to have sex with and those men don't want to have sex with us, let's say a business situation. Let's say that We come into a situation where we're doing business with the men, and it's strictly that. It's not nothing personal or nothing sexual or nothing like that. We still want the men to be appreciative of the beauty and the femininity. We still want that. We can be doing complete business and it never come away from that. And we be feeling some type of way if they be stone faced. So I walked in here with a whole pencil skirt on, some platform stilettos. My makeup was beat to the gods. I smelled like Victoria's Secret. My hair done. I'm walking around here looking like a whole snack. And a whole board full of men just didn't even blink. Now, I know we was there for business, and I'm not trying to do these guys, but come on. Telling you what I know. Telling you what I know. So when good women, that's the threat. Father Sam is on point. A gynocrat be like, he must be gay, girl. They don't have to be. Them men, listen, because men know how to come into a situation and do business. They know how. They know how. Even if, and the ones with the stronger intestinal fortitude know how to not show you, even if they did like what they saw. Nope, we in here for business. So I'm not gonna be pumping your head up, talking about you pretty, because we in here to talk about this bottom line, and your beauty ain't got nothing to do with this bottom line. Unless you a model or something, but okay. But I'm certainly not going to spend no amount of time in this business meeting talking about how pretty you are. No, you came to work looking presentable like you were supposed to. Now, moving on. Nobody got time for that. But I tell you this much, you come in here looking raggedy, I'm going to tell you that. I'm gonna stop the meeting to kind of pull your side on that one. Don't come in here looking like that no more. We got this merger we working on. We trying to make a good impression with this other company. You come in here looking like that, I'm going to transfer the account to somebody else. Do it again. But women like attention. Let's get back to what's going on with the average woman and social media portrayals. Because a lot of these chicks they capping. Like 90% of the chicks is capping. Okay. Here's the thing that average women have to understand. A man's sexual attention and his relationship attention is not only something different for him, but he carries that energy differently. Relationship energy is subtle. It is not exciting. And it is a slower paced energy. Tell me if I'm lying or not. And women, average women, you have to understand that his relationship energy come off different. It is subtle and it's slower paced. And the reason why it's subtle and slower paced is because now he's weighing out different things. And don't try to act like you don't know the difference. Because the dude that you would let come through and smash, if somebody said, think of, okay, let's say you got 5 dudes you know that'll come through and smash if you call them. Okay, fine, right? That's a different criteria than if somebody said, now, are these men husband material? Think of your husband. Are you thinking of them same 5 dudes? Likely not. Why? Because it's stuff you're not about to do for them dudes that you would do with a husband. Same difference. Men can have 10 chicks, okay, that they would come through and smash, and who would let them. And if you tell him out of the 10, pick a wife, he might be like, out of them 10? A wife? Yeah, don't you like them? I mean, yeah, in a way, yeah. I mean, yeah, but you said wife, right? Yeah. A wife, a woman you would cover out of them 10? Can we get another set of 10? Because out of them 10? Yeah, out of the last 10 chicks you smashed, which one of them would you marry? I would marry one. Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't he marry one? Because he's thinking about her under a different criteria. Okay, smashing is one thing. But am I going to put my life on the line? All my money, all my time? Do I want kids with her? Am I going to live with her? Like, so I got to deal with her every day? Like, I got to talk to her, like, every day? That's the thing the thoughts miss, because they be trying to figure why he won't pick me up for a relationship. Because when he thought of you, he thought of all the stuff that a relationship entailed for him, and he didn't feel like he needed to do that with you. So she get my money. Because men and their money, men serious about their money. Let me tell you this much. Men serious about their money. For most men, that's a love language. So you want me to part with the money I work hard for. You want me to part with that and give it to you. Just give it to you. Yeah, no. I mean, in small increments, but just like share the paycheck. Why would I do that? You a thot. I know you got 5 other dudes that be giving you money for your hair and nails, because I know I don't give you money for hair and nails, but they always be done. I know I don't give you that money. So you getting it from somewhere. He started thinking about it. Okay, let me move on. The average woman is not in the limelight. Here's the thing that really get good women who are average women. Here's the biggest problem y'all have. That social media, see, y'all need to disengage from that, because it's getting you messed up. It's getting you all messed up for a couple of reasons. You don't like it that you have to work. You gotta work for the resources and the time that he seemed like he freely give a thot. Now we getting down into the layers of it. Told you we was going to get to the layers. Am I right or wrong? See, you're getting you know what I'm saying? It's a word I'm looking for. Disenchanted. That's the word. Because it seemed like a thot can get away with anything with this dude. And here you come along being a good woman. Now he's strict. Now he's strict. Now he got all these rules and regulations, and You know what I'm saying? Stuff he want out of you. You want me to tell you why he do that? Seems unfair, but I'm going to tell you why he do that. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to know why the thought looked like she could get away with, like, basically murder with him. And you can't get away with sneezing the wrong way. Because he actually expects more out of you. He don't expect you to be a thot. See, the thot can get the little money and the time and stuff like that because he knows she ain't really worth much more than what she giving. So he don't require more of her because he knows she can't give it. She not capable. He don't see her as capable of it. So make a demand for what? To be disappointed because she not going to do it? And then he not going to give her more than what he giving her. So a requirement to do what for what? Thank you, Survivalist Simps, as simping is the original sin. We are all survivalists of it. Okay. With you, the reason why you can't sneeze halfway wrong and that thot can raise her voice and talk crazy is because he thinks she crazy anyway. And crazy is as crazy does. Thots are as thots do. If you're coming along talking about you're not a thot and you're a good woman, now he wants you to prove it. So now he's got requirements. Can you meet them? Will you let her get away with such and such? Yes, she's a whore though. And in his mind, that make perfect sense. That make perfect sense. See, it be women that be thinking F-19s is supposed to be husband material on a dime. Men don't think like that. If he know he came through with a 304, he expect only 304 behavior and actions from her. He don't expect her to be a wife. Only the dumb simps try to turn through. That's why men be saying you can't make a hoe into a housewife, because he's not expecting her to come with the femininity necessary to be a wife that he gonna sacrifice for. You're coming in saying, oh, I'm not like that. I'm a good woman. Okay. Now I got standards about it. Because if we talking about good women and me putting myself in a position to cover you, that's a different set of criteria. The thot don't gotta have nothing but her big booty because the criteria is big booties. And a willingness to do me in strange places. And do something strange for a piece of change. That's the criteria. That's the criteria for a thot. I'm not looking for nothing more than that. Criteria for wives is something different. Thank you, Miss Lucchese. So I'm so glad you're talking about this. As my husband and I were having a discussion about me creating a channel. The discussion was about the return on investment of my time and if it would be worth it. Exactly. Because it's got to benefit you and him. And trust and believe, it takes a lot of mental energy and energy to create, to have a channel, especially if it's going to be successful. So that I'm glad you're having that conversation with your husband. So here's the other thing. When these average women or whatever good women, y'all see the attention being given to the thot, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes y'all get lulled into copying the thot. Copy her behavior, try to copy her look. This is the wrong thing to do because you'll start getting a different attention from him. He gonna give you the same attention he give the thot. You don't want that. You don't want that because that attention is very superficial. It's very fleeting. It is sex. And if you copy her, you try to get a BBL, try to do da-da-da-da-da, he gonna look at you like that. He gonna approach you like a whore, or he gonna overlook you because of the assumption that you're a whore. One of the two. And if you're not a whore, you gonna have your feelings hurt. Well, why come he don't wanna look more? I'm looking like how he want me to look. Not really. Thank you, Ruminant said a bad kid in the neighborhood can talk a little crazy, but the child of mine who I lay down my life for must do better. Same with women. This is facts. This is how men calculate that. This is how they think about it. Average women, it is a mistake trying to chase the bad B image that you see on social media. Just because she is getting external validation and the validation tastes good at first, it become ashes in her mouth later when she can't get the relationship. This is why these old 304s are out here mad. This is why they out here trying to lead young women astray and telling them they need to be thots and blah, 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 or trying to blame men for liking thots when you spent your whole young life being one. You reveled in the attention of the thot and you rubbed it in average women's faces. I don't know why y'all running around here trying to be good women when I'm doing all this slutty stuff, getting the bag. Well, did you keep the bag? Not many of you. A lot of these thots are habitual bag fumblers. They running around here talking about they need a man that make $100,000 because she broke, not because she's worthy. I'm going to do a video on that. Because she's a bag fumbler. What the average woman needs to concentrate on is being a valuable woman, so that even if you are average in looks, 5, 6, 7s, you'll be above average in what kind of woman you are. And you're going to need patience because we live in a society that does not reward good women. Not at first. It's a slow process. It's a slower process than the type of attention that thots get. It's the same thing with like kids. The bad kid always get a bunch of attention. The good kid is somewhere doing what they supposed to do, and it's like they don't get rewarded for it. It's like, oh, okay, you doing what you're supposed to do. That's good. And then the bad kid, it seems like, oh, well, we got to pay attention and we got to get them and we got to fix them and we got to do all this stuff to them. And the good kid be like sitting there like, I get straight A's. I don't give you no problems. I don't give you no. And I barely get like recognition for that. Like, how that work? This one over here ain't doing nothing they supposed to do. And they always got to have something done with them. But how that work? Thank you, Chano said thought's vocal pattern is an indicator of the LVS. That's interesting. Thank you, Dr. Sherry. So my African-born daughter came to me in 2017, fully trained to be a good wife. She is average looking, but the man that selects her will have a jewel. I just shared this video with her. Thank you so much. Because see, these average looking women need it when we're wife material. You gotta have patience. The good kid that's making straight A's in school, doing what they got to do. They don't give their parents a moment's trouble. And they seem to, like their parents don't recognize that. And that their parents are harder on them than they are on the kid that's not doing what they're supposed to do. And in a sense, you could say that that's true. But the parent acknowledges and appreciates that child is doing what they supposed to do because they got their hands full with the other one. Thank you, child of light. Said wickedness is rewarded, righteousness is not, and takes forever. Does that mean that the good kid that makes straight A's supposed to stop? They'll start getting the attention that the bad one get, but they're not going to like the attention because the bad one get whoopings, punishments, grounded. Do you really want that attention? The thought is getting ran through, disrespected. They spitting all in her face. They using her for a receptacle. You really want somebody to use you that way and to view you that way? You really want that? That's what you want? Thank you, Miss Alto. Said everything that glitters is not gold. No, it is not. You really want him to look at you that way? You're temporary, throwaway, expendable, dispensable. He ain't worried about it. He ain't worried about no long term, nothing with no thought. He there for a good time, not a long time. So be careful what you are asking for these men to give you and what kind of attention that you're asking for them to give you, because his relationship attention feel different than his sexual attention. It is going to take you longer to find a man. It is. It is going to take them longer to see you because you ain't out front and the squeaky wheel gets the oil. You're not a squeaky wheel. So it is going to take you a longer time. If you 21, 22, the men that's 21 and 22, he probably don't see you. He ain't ready to settle down no way. So you are invisible to him. You're not invisible to that 32-year-old man, though, or that 35-year-old man. Now, you're not invisible to him. If he run up on you, he going to try to wife you. So I think I needed to get that out there in the atmosphere and just say that it was just on my heart to say somebody needed to hear it. Don't let social media attention or the lack thereof sway you to thinking whether or not you got value as a woman or not, because it's these thoughts out here, because somebody is in their DMs, think that they can get on social media talking about they want a man to make $1 million, girl, and you a whole four. Shut up. You can't keep a job between Home Depot, McDonald's, and Checkers and CVS. Your credit score start with a 4. Shut up. I need a man that makes 6 figures. Spell 6 figures. Don't be fooled by these thoughts. They out here capping, living a stupid life. An unfulfilled life, an unhappy life. I need me a high value man. Spell high value. I mean, you know what I mean? Describe that. Define that. Otherwise, it's just words that coming out of your mouth that don't mean nothing. Thank you, Malarkey. Your message of the age is getting through, Sister Kendra. Me and my sisters love you over here in London, England. We had the same wretched mess with Caribbean hyenas over here as where you are. Oh, okay. Thank you, Miss Malarkey, for the support. And I'm glad that you and your sisters are appreciating the content. I hope it's reaching somewhere. It's got to be reaching somewhere. Somewhere somebody got to hear this stuff now. This is the stuff your mama should have told you that she didn't. Stop being out here trying to be a thought and running their lane. Thoughts have a fast and furious lane, and then the wall, they hit that at 1,000 miles per hour. They hit that, okay? It look like they living a high life. They not. I'm warning you. Thank you, Mini Work, and thank you, Matrix Coffee. Said that thoughts rush and get instant gratification. Good women wait and get long-term success. I'm telling y'all better start waiting. Stop jumping the gun and putting on Magic City uniform. Shout out to pink book lessons and putting on thot uniforms thinking that's about to get you somewhere. That's about to put you right in the thot lane. And once you in the thot lane, it's actually difficult to get out of that thot lane. It's almost impossible. Don't get in that lane. Okay? You want to stay in the lane where you can stay on your A game. Hey, A game, A game, A game. Okay, if you want to stay in your lane, you got to stay on your A game. And for your husband or your future husband, you want to look out for his overall health. So what you want to do is you want to make him a part of the A game family, where his vitality, his energy, his strength, and his libido can be seen to through better blood circulation in his body. This makes sure that his overall health is addressed. A game is an all-natural solution. It does not have any artificial ingredients. It does not have any inactive ingredients. There are 21 wonderful herbs, each put in there with care and love and with knowledge of what they do for a man's body and his health. So if you want to become part of the A game family, all you have to do is click the link at the top of the chat, agameherbal.com, and please do not forget your 10% discount using the code Kendra10 and have this box of awesomeness delivered to you ASAP. Okay, I want to thank everyone for coming through. I want to thank everyone for their generous contributions through Super Chat, through Cash App, and through PayPal. I want to also, before we sign off, draw everyone's attention to the petition that we have for Black Lives Matter organization, speaking against what they did with the funds and the money that was donated to them. We have over 2,100 signatures, and I couldn't be happier about that. Let's get it over 2,500 by the weekend. Please sign it. Please share it. Please contribute if you can to the petition. My mods are going to put it in the chat, and it's also in the description box. All right. I want to also thank my support team, without whom I cannot give you content. So a warm thank you to them. I'm going to wrap this up, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey, guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.